Hey, you folks. I'm Alan. If you know me, welcome back. If you don't, settle in. Today is Wednesday, July 15, 2026, 1:25 in the p.m., Davao, Philippines. How are you all doing today? So, this is a follow-up from my last video, in which I got to go down to BIM down in Davao City. Now, as I mentioned in the last video, normally I just apply online, or not apply, I fill out the form online, and it's pretty quick. Like, if you know what you're doing, you can get it done in under 10 minutes, I would say, if you have all the numbers in front of you. So I was more than a bit confused when I went down on Monday. Their Converge internet was down. And I thought, oh, do they run the servers here? Like, what the hell's going on? No, that wasn't the reason I was having a problem. I got to learn something new yesterday, so I figured I'd get to share. So Monday was a fail. Tuesday was a success. It turns out this coming July 29 will be 1 year for me in the Philippines. That's an important number, ladies, gents, and NBs. So, after a year in the Philippines, the Bureau of Immigration is going to assign you an SSRN. What's that? Okay, that is a Special Security Registration Number. I've got it written right down in front of me here because, for whatever reason, my brain is not remembering that right now. So, Special Security Registration Number. They won't issue that online. You have to go down to the BIM to get that. So that's what I had to go and do. The normal process is pretty simple. Like I said before, you have 4 photocopies you're taking down with you, right? 2 of your stamp page, and then 2 more of your bio page. And you fill out some paperwork. Okay, cool. Super easy. There was an additional step that I was not anticipating. Once they got all of that and I filled out the paperwork, there's 2 different sheets that you have to fill out, and none of them are easy to read. So if you're like me and you need reading glasses in order to fill out tiny little print, bring your reading glasses. So they took my paperwork, and then they said, Mr. Johnson, you have to come around here to the back. And I thought, oh shit, what did I do now? Because as anybody who knows me can tell you, that's my superpower. If there is a way for things to go wrong, I am going to find it. That's Johnson land. So I thought, well, okay, here we go. No, they were super polite, man. Everybody was super courteous and professional. They brought me around back, and as soon as I got into the back office, I mean, for starters, they had a brand new AC unit, so it was cooler than it was in the rest of the BIM, which, no complaints. They needed me back there to take my biometrics, so a picture and then the fingerprints, because they needed to sign me up for that SSRN. And as part of that process, and if you haven't left yet, this is the part you're going to want to pay attention to. Part of that application of the SSRN means you get a new ACR card issued. Now, that's important because while getting an SSRN doesn't cost you anything extra, that ACR card does. All right, so normally I pay around $4K, between $3 to $4K, to renew my visa every 2 months. That ACR card's going to run you about $4K. So if you go down there thinking, I only need $4 or $5K on me, take 10. Just trust me on this. If you're going to the BIM, go down there with 10K on you, just in case. In my case, I had listened to my own advice. I had the extra cash on me. So after they took my biometrics and did a quick scan to make sure that I wasn't a bad guy who was wanted for anything in the Philippines, they processed the rest of my paperwork. and that came out to the tune of like 7,900 and like 30 pesos, 60 pesos. It's basically 8,000, which, like I said, I had it on me, so I paid it out. And that covers me for 2 months, in addition to which, next month, they issue me a new ACR card. So, an ACR card has an ACR number on it. This is your registration number. As a, was it an alien certificate of registration, I think, is the ACR. The ACR card has a number. That number will change every year because that ACR card is only good for 1 year. That SSRN is for life. That is attached to you, to your identity, for life. So of the two numbers, that's the one that's the most important to remember. And once you get an SSRN, like, as it stands, you're already a guest in the Philippines. No matter how long you're here as a foreigner, regardless of whether you gain Filipino citizenship or not, friends, you're a guest here. That will be the case for the length of your duration in the Philippines. With that SSRN, you are in a situation where if you choose to fuck around and find out, that could potentially follow you for the rest of your life in the Philippines. Or, the rest of your life in the rest of the world, not the Philippines. As I mentioned in the last video, you push those people behind the counter, they can have you blacklisted. And then you are going to have a great big unhappy face as your ass gets deported back to your home country. All right. So it becomes, I think, even more important that you really invest in some social tooling. And I am not someone who takes social tooling lightly. I didn't start picking any up till I was in my 20s, and here I am in my 50s, and I still don't think I'm very good at it. I'm just a little bit better than I used to be. Every decade or so, I look back on it and think, okay, well, I've done some polishing, but it's always going to need more work for me. I'm just late to the social game for a variety of reasons. So that was the scoop. Like, it wouldn't, I was really, like, I can't even tell you how many times I hit that damn online portal thinking maybe they're just having, maybe the online portal is just dealing with a lot of traffic, right? But no, there's nothing I could have done. I just had to go in and get that SSRN squared away. Oh, and that's the other thing, is the ACR card, the new one, and it takes them about a month to process it. So even though I don't have to go back for 2 months, because my visa's for 2 months, I have to go back next month in order to pick it up, because they're not gonna mail it to you. All right, that ACR card, in addition to having the ACR number on it, will now have my SSRN on it. And these are little things that help for your stay here in the Philippines. Even using that online portal, you have to have an ACR card number. Don't have an ACR card? Can't use the online portal to renew your visa. There you go. So these little things add up. And when you're trying to set yourself up in a position or a situation to really lengthen your stay here, this paper trail that you are choosing to build, and you have to be a bit methodical about it, is all to help you continue your stay here. Like, I know folks get a little freaked out about reasons for extending your stay. Leisure. There's 7,000 islands, and I've visited 2 of them. And by visited, I mean I've at least seen one. I've been to Manila very briefly, Luzon, for the U.S. Embassy. But beyond that, I've only really been in Mindanao. And even then, like, Mindanao's big, man. So you get to that reason for extending the visa, don't freak out. It's just pleasure/leisure. And, there's a lot to see. And I'm excited to see all of it. And I've only gotten to see just a couple of islands. Right? Just don't make it weird, and you don't got to write an essay for it. And it's not it doesn't turn into a really hard time. I wish the AC was a little bit better. And when you go to pay for that visa extension, they don't tell you how much it costs. What they'll do is they'll type the number in a calculator and show it to you. And you have to like be real quick to look. And you're like, oh, okay. And then you start pulling out your money. And even that process can get a little weird, right? Because you basically, sometimes they've got like a no shit karaoke speaker because it's the Philippines. Because they don't have an announcement. They don't have a speaker set up in the ceiling for announcements. They just don't. But they've got a karaoke speaker that's run up to a microphone that goes behind the damn counter. Like, I'm not making this up, man. And that's how they announce, hey, this is who we're looking for. And then you get there and they will show you very quickly, very briefly, they'll flash the passport bio page at you to confirm that, that's you and that is your passport. So you have to be kind of Johnny on the spot with, you hear your name, you get up there, you start talking to them. They'll show you the calculator with the number. They'll flash you the passport. If your eyes aren't very good, or if you have a real hard time hearing, I would really, really advise you to take someone with you. Like, my ears are shot, so I really got to lean in order to hear anything they're saying, because they're so soft-spoken and there's so much noise there, and the white noise just drowns everybody out for me. And I'm not as bad as some, I don't have it as bad as some folks do. So if you're heading down to the BIM, like, anticipate noise. And anticipate that a lot of the text on that paper is going to be small and difficult to understand. So if you are an older person, you might want to take a younger pair of eyes and ears with you down there in order to help you navigate that space. Just extra pro tip there. Anywho, that is about it for me. It's hopefully a quick update. I didn't bird walk too much. I am certain there are folks in the Philippines, there are foreigners in the Philippines who are watching this, although maybe not to this point in the video. But if you're here, what have your BIM experiences been like? Because I confess to being curious. Anywho, as always, I feel like I say this every time, and I always make it weird and kind of awkward looking away and coming back. There's nothing for me to read. I'm just kind of thinking about it. Just take care. Be good to yourselves. And stay safe out there, folks. It is a crazy goddamn world. Till next time.